Tonight at 6, weapons stash seized. 3D printed ghost guns among the illegal stockpile discovered in Maryland. Police calling the suspect armed and dangerous. We've got the latest. And the race is over. Well, local elections for Congress now called, except for one. Plus, what's next for the presidential transition this week and where new threats were made to local elections offices. And a big rig fire shutting down parts of busy 295 in D.C. today. The work that crews did to knock down those intense flames.
And it's been a beautiful afternoon today. Lots of sunshine once again, but we have some rain. Yeah, I said rain on the way. Not a lot, but a little. We'll talk about that and show it to you when it comes in coming up.
And the Women's March returns, hearing from attendees and what the message they're hoping to send after the 2024 election.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Good Saturday evening. Thank you for joining us for DC News Now at 6 o'clock. I'm Ben Dennis. We begin tonight in the district. Fire crews put out a massive fire after a tractor trailer went up in flames along Eastern Avenue and Northwest today on 295. Fire officials responded to the crash between the trailer and a refrigerator truck around 10:15 this morning. Hazmat units were on scene to pump out diesel from preventing it and going into the sewer system. Thankfully, officials say nobody was hurt. Also in D.C., first responders, they've rescued a driver and a dog from a car that flipped and crashed into a light pole in Northeast overnight. They responded to Washington Place and Rhode Island Avenue after the car went on its side. The driver and dog were both taken out through the roof. The driver in the hospital with serious injuries. Animal control is helping the dog recover. Our top story in Maryland, 80 guns, including 3D printed ghost guns, were seized from a home in St. Mary's County Thursday night. We're just learning about this. Authorities are looking for a man they consider armed and dangerous. The county sheriff's office says they were called to a home on Goddard Road in Lexington Park Thursday night around 9:23 for a reported domestic assault call. They say Jared Adam Taylor left before deputies arrived. They say they found the extensive collection of weapons, including several 3D printed ghost guns, which don't have serial numbers, 1,300 rounds of ammunition, devices to turn semi-automatic guns into fully automatic ones, and armor. Deputies say Taylor was already barred from owning guns because of prior convictions and was wanted for an outstanding warrant for theft. He is facing several new charges. Anybody who may see him or know where Taylor is urged to call 911. Well, the cleanup continues tonight after a violent evening in the Shaw neighborhood in Northwest D.C. Somebody reportedly shot out several windows at the Medley Apartments along Peace Street shortly after 9:30 last night. Police also responded to a shot fired at the nearby building along 7th Street. Police reported bullets also damaged several cars. No reports of any injuries or suspects in this case. Time is 6:02. Meteorologist Scott Sumner in. Scott, happy Saturday evening. I hear that rain is on its way.
Yeah, something we haven't talked about here in the weather department for over a month, Ben. 56 degrees outside. Mostly cloudy skies are being seen out there as we speak. We'll have an increase in clouds as we wait for a storm system to arrive here for tomorrow. As far as temperatures with those clouds increasing, we'll see them only slowly drop, but they will drop down into the 40s across the area. So be prepared for that when you wake up tomorrow morning and temperatures are into 40 to 45 degree range here in the city. Now, this is what I'm talking about. You can see with our wide radar scope just coming into screen here, some showers into portions of western Kentucky, also western Indiana. And eventually all of this is, again, with the storm system, they're going to move in to our area and bring us some rain, mainly at this time tomorrow night. We'll see the more steady to moderate rain at times. In the morning, western counties should start to see a little bit of that early in the day. Evening tonight, though, it's going to be clear for everybody. Mostly clear, mostly clear, mostly clear from with 50 to upper 40 degree temperatures here from 8 till 10 o'clock. And here's a look at your weather headlines here. Showers arrive Sunday, breezy start to the week, a cool midweek, and we have a few more showers even during the week on Thursday. We'll break it all down with that full 7-day forecast coming up in just a bit. Ben?
All right, Scott, turning now to some sad news out of Frederick, Maryland tonight. The city has announced former Mayor Jim Grimes has died. Grimes served as mayor between 1994 and 2002. The Lewiston, Maryland native also served on the board of Frederick Memorial Hospital and is the president of the Great Frederick Fairs Board of Directors. Grimes was 85 years old. All right, several Maryland Board of Elections buildings were evacuated yesterday because of bomb threats. That's according to the State Administrator of Elections and Governor Wes Moore. Everybody's reportedly safe. The governor says people behind the threats will be held responsible. Quote, the State Administrator of Elections responding on social media platform X, saying safety is top concern, but we will resume canvassing. Cowardly threats, whether from abroad or not, shall not deter us. Every vote counts. Count every vote. Well, Virginia Governor Glenn Youngkin now saying that he will not seek a cabinet position in President-elect Trump's new administration. Youngkin says he's proud of the election results and is looking forward to the president's plans for the border and economy, but says he's happy where he is in Virginia.
And yes, this election was fair, and the outcome was a resounding statement across America that we want strength back in the White House. He also knows that I am committed to finishing my term as governor, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. And I have committed to him to be a great ally for him from my seat as governor in Virginia.
Youngkin's term as governor ends January of 2026. Well, the White House has announced that President Biden will meet with President-elect Trump this week as part of the transfer of power. Officials say the two will meet in the Oval Office Wednesday morning. Trump's team has not yet commented on the pending meeting. Well, you've probably heard about those racist texts that were sent to many people in the black community across the country this week. On the heels of the presidential election, some feeling victimized believe that actors are feeling emboldened. I spoke with one Maryland woman who received one of those texts and caught up with those on campus of HBCU Howard University in D.C.
We honestly just can't escape racism no matter where we are.
I feel like this election has given a lot of people an excuse to maybe be openly racist.
It's hurtful, but like I said, it's just a distraction.
Just some thoughts shared at Howard University Friday after members of the black community received texts like this. You have been selected to pick cotton at the nearest plantation. Bring all of your belongings. Anyone who runs away or doesn't show up will be killed.
It was directed towards me in a way that I was slave labor.
Holly Holiday in Hyattsville, Maryland, got one of those texts and quickly became frustrated.
What got me to the point of being angry is how widespread it was being received by other people, and particularly young voters who are way more vulnerable to this kind of behavior.
Students in Montgomery County also were among those who received those texts, according to an email sent to staff and parents from the public school district Thursday. The FBI says it's in contact with the Justice Department about the situation as a whole. What would you say to the young kids on the receiving end of these texts?
Acknowledge however they are feeling about that, number one, and remind them that as a community, we have been through worse, and that is why it's important to lean on community.
Again, who is behind these texts is unknown, but they are understandably getting swift condemnation, including from attorneys general in D.C., Maryland, and Virginia. If you received one of those messages, go to our website, dcnewsnow.com, to find out how to report it to the feds. Well, staying in D.C., the Women's March returned today, this time protesting President-elect Donald Trump's election win. The group taking over Columbus Circle earlier today to stand up for women's rights. One person we caught up with says the event is about reminding women that all of their voices are heard and matter.
Human rights are everybody's rights, and everyone is at risk, even though they don't think they are. We are not powerless, that our voices matter, and that we can take action.
People tied with the Women's March group say that they will be back to demonstrate in D.C. on January the 18th. That's 2 days before Inauguration Day. Over in Maryland, the National Harbor kicking off the holiday season earlier today at the Capitol Wheel. Nonprofit A Soldier's Child Foundation hosted a special event for kids of fallen soldiers. Kids got a chance to spend some time with Old St. Nick and Mrs. Claus before getting a personalized gift. One mom says the event helps her children feel a sense of community around the holidays.
You don't want your kids to feel alone or to feel different and to watch them struggle. They were so excited to come here to see some of their friends, to see some of the counselors that have really just made them feel a part of something bigger and to feel that extra love. It has really been a healing thing for me as a mom.
The nonprofit says they hope the event brings awareness to these young heroes this holiday season.